Oh, no, my friend. The agreement was that I get to choose the costume.
Welcome to our Halloween show. I'm Princess Leia. Here's Mark Critch with tonight's top story.
Bring me Solo.
I hate you.
I was doing Jabba the Hutt there.
Yeah, I got it.
Meow. Stefan Dion's Liberals kept the Conservatives afloat for another week by abstaining from voting in the House of Commons. Our own Mark Jackson caught up with Dion to talk strategy.
Hey, I'm Mark Jackson, and I'm here with Monsieur Stéphane Dion, the leader of the opposition, who's been very busy, rebuilding the Liberal Party and making it like a strong, united front that could win a majority in the next election, as long as it's not really, really soon from now. So I just wanted to first of all, it's a pleasure to meet you.
I want to thank you to give me the opportunity to show to the people that it's not true that I'm unable to speak without hesitation. You're always showing me hesitating. I'm able to speak without hesitation. Look.
I'm the one that doesn't usually. I hesitate a lot, but you know what? I'm working on that.
Okay.
Yeah, you probably don't know this. I'm actually your friend on Facebook. But you probably don't notice because I know you have 11,000 friends or something. Is it true that you have the most friends of anyone on Facebook?
Yes, I'm too cool.
I like when you answer questions on your posts and stuff. I think you could really reach out to the youth if you just lip sync to an Avril Lavigne song or something.
I may try. I never tried that.
It would be good, trust me. I'm liking your strategy that you're doing right now, where you didn't bring down the government. You just had the Liberals abstain from voting on the throne speech, except they told us in health class that abstinence doesn't work, and that the longer you abstain, the easier it is to trigger an election.
That's why you keep yourself for the right time. That's what we'll do.
I have a question. Do you play chess at all?
Yes.
So do you know, I'm in the chess club in school, and there's an expression called a fork?
Yes.
That's when your opponent has it so if you move this way you lose, and if you move that way you still lose. Yes. Do you feel in any way the Liberals are kind of being forked right now?
We are forking the other guy, but he does not know which.
George W. Bush, recognizing that his leadership plunged America into an unwinnable war, reduced civil liberties, and severely hit the finances of regular citizens, talked this week about what his exit from the White House in just 14 months will mean to Americans.
Today your life may look dismal, but tomorrow life's going to be better.
Bush jealously added that if he hadn't been saddled with the presidency, it would have been him winning all those prizes Gore got.
Mike Weir of Brights Grove, Ontario, jumped to number 30 in the world golf rankings after winning the Fry's Electronics Open. Weir said after pocketing $900,000 US, "Can I get paid in Canadian dollars?"
Anne Murray, the famous songstress from Spring Hill, Nova Scotia, has a new honor, having been named by Golf for Women as a top female golfer in the entertainment industry. Anne was happy to be with the likes of Sharon Stone and Catherine Zeta-Jones. Yeah, I bet she was.
A study has found that men are taken more seriously than women when they cry. After they cry, not so much.
Recently, the Vatican issued an apology to the Knights Templar. We have a clip.
His Holiness Pope Benedict XVI.
Brothers and sisters in Christ, when the Holy Mother Church makes a mistake, we must apologize swiftly. The Knights Templar were accused of heresy and burned at the stake in the 13th century. A parchment that proved their innocence was misplaced. But we just found it. So, oops, my bad. I hope we're cool now. That's about it. So, drive responsibly.
But the Holy Father is saying there something else we should apologize for.
No, I think that's good. I mean, you know, the 13th century wasn't that long ago. It takes time to heal wounds.
What about the,
The Crusades,
no, Holy Father, after that?
the Inquisition.
No, I think we should apologize publicly for more recent mistakes that were made to bring some peace to those who were wronged.
I know. What would Jesus do? Okay, here goes. We, the Catholic Church, apologize to Galileo. I guess the earth is sort of roundish after all.
Holy Father, you know what I mean. The sexual abuse.
Oh yeah, that. Right. To all victims of abuse at the hands of the church, we say, we forgive you.
Okay, forget it, Holy Father.
This has been a message from the Vatican.
What, is it too soon?
I'm Nathan Fielder. Coming up, I sit down with ghost expert Martha Monk.
Hubert, I'm home.
Did you bring any meat?
What?
Talk to me when there's meat on the table.
Hubert?
No meat, no Hubert.
Are you one of the thousands of Canadian women who may have inadvertently married a gay? We can help. Each year we assist thousands of women with no gaydar by placing their gay husbands in good homes with other gays.
Goodbye, Hubert. Take good care of him.
Oh, I will.
Because only gays should marry gays.
It's time to unwind with Heartbreak.
Hello, I'm Rob Robertson. Welcome to Heartbreak. You know, it's almost time for Halloween and little trick-or-treaters at your door. Now, personally, I don't care for obese people, so instead of candy, I think it's a nice idea to give out pensions. That way kids can learn to love art and nobody gets fat. Now, you don't need to make a whole new pension for every kid what comes a-knocking. I'm going to show you how to spook up a pension you already have hanging around. Looky here at this big old house. It's not too scary yet, but let's say there's an old lady who lives in this house and never goes outside. Just right here, just looking out the window, just a-watching. Now let's take some burnt umber and just add a tiny bit of stubble. Right here. Because maybe the real old lady was murdered years ago by her son because she wouldn't stop wearing that purple hat. And maybe the son feels bad sometimes and just dresses up in his mama's clothes to make himself feel better. There. That's a little spooky. And you know what else makes a pension spooky? A graveyard. Let's put some crosses and headstones in, just right here in the front. You know, in art, it's always fun to just get creative. We could just put in headstones wherever we feel like. It doesn't matter if we don't remember exactly where each body is buried. Just get creative. And maybe, you know what? Maybe just one more right here under the oak tree where the nosy postman lives. There, that's real spooky looking. I think some little guy or girl's gonna get a real kick out of this come Halloween night. And you know what? If not, well, let's just add in a big open hole. Just right here. Just waiting for some smart-mouthed kid to complain. Oh yeah, that's better. Well, that's it for Heartbreak. I'm Rob Iverson, and if you're in the neighborhood on October 31st, Well, just drop on by. I'll be waiting.
Speaking to a House committee on government oversight, Condoleezza Rice commented on Maher Arar's case, in which the Canadian was forcibly deported to Syria, where he was held and tortured. Ms. Rice had this to say.
We do absolutely not wish to transfer anyone to any place in which they might be tortured.
Ms. Rice added, we want to transfer them to a place where we're sure they'll be tortured.
Monday, Prime Minister Stephen Harper met with the Dalai Lama. Observers called it an historic meeting between two men who both do their best to emulate Buddha. One spiritually, one physically.
Halloween brings about some of the best stories and tales. Tonight, 22's newest correspondent, Nathan Fielder, reports on some Nova Scotian folklore.
It sure is beautiful out here. The water. The smell of the sea almost climbs into your nose. Over the years, Nova Scotia has become famous for its lobster, probably because of the taste of them. It's so good. But around this time of year, Nova Scotia's also known for something else. Ghosts have haunted this province for generations, and no one knows more about the legends than Jador ghost expert Martha Monk. Talk to me about ghosts.
When we do the ghost stories, I put my hood on, which makes it sort of eerie, and I walk across the grounds so that I can greet my guests over in the parking lot.
It's good. Okay. Tell me a ghost story.
Okay. The highway down here used to be the main highway here in Jador. And there's a little bridge at the end of it.
Mm-hmm.
And this young couple were sitting on the bridge, and they seen this lady coming. And she walked down over the field, went over the fence, and started to walk toward them.
Okay, two ghosts on a bed, and I'm covered in raisins. What happened next?
Well, if there are lady ghosts, they'll probably look at you and think you're an awful wasteful person.
Maybe they try to scare me, but I'm not scared.
Well, like I said, these are friendly ghosts. I don't know whether they try to scare you or not.
You know, the raisins have been just sitting there, so maybe they could do something with those.
I think they would go over to you and tell you you had to tidy up. You can't have raisins all over the bed.
Then what would they do?
They would sort of titter and laugh and look at each other and wonder why this fellow had the raisins all over the place, because they're very tidy ladies.
Do you think that maybe, like, they eat the raisins off of me or something?
Have you ever seen a ghost eat?
You're a very good storyteller. In the end, I'm glad I came. Nathan Fielder, 22 minutes, Nova Scotia.
Up next, more fake news that people who write letters think is real.
Eric Lindros, whose injury-prone hockey career never lived up to its high expectations, is retiring from hockey and taking a job with the NHL Players Association. At a news conference announcement, Lindros fell into the microphone and will be out for 6 weeks with a concussion.
Even with the high Canadian dollar, identical items are priced lower in the U.S., and many Canadian retailers say that U.S. suppliers are to blame for the higher Canadian prices. To find out more, we're joined by Canada-U.S. relations expert Janet Tucker. So, Ms. Tucker, why are prices so much higher in Canada?
Prices are higher so you tax-loving Canadians can put a Tim Hortons in every government-funded hospital so your hockey players can get an ice cap while they're waiting to fill a prescription for medical marijuana because of a beaver-related injury that caused their face to be swirled on the internet.
But aren't Canadian retailers being gouged by American suppliers?
No, you crazy ice cap melting cross-border shopping ferry crashing potheads are just a smaller market, that's all.
So the price gap is because of our smaller purchasing power.
Exactly. Prices may be higher in Canada, but if you don't like it, you should just hop on your Bombardier snowmobiles and skidoo down to your local craft fair to buy local products like a moose antler coat rack with cup holders for your oil sand flavored double-doubles that you can give as a same-sex wedding gift for your 2 gay soldiers who are patrolling the Northwest Passage in a pot-filled ferry. Or a blender. Blenders always make a nice wedding gift.
Now hang on, Canadians don't need antler coat racks. We need stuff that comes from the States, like computers and televisions and avocados.
You guys got computers up there now? I gotta update my file.
Of course we have computers.
We'll just go order our stuff on eBay then. What's the problem?
Good idea. Thanks for talking to us.
Good luck. And quit all that face swirling on the internet. It makes you look creepy.
The Gemini Awards for Excellence in Canadian Television were given out this Sunday. This hour-ice 22 Minutes was shut out in all categories, greatly increasing the award's credibility.
And now let's check in with our friends at TSN. Here is Off the Record.
Welcome back to Off the Record. I'm Michael Landsberg. Time now for next question with NHL sensation Nicholas Stahl. Are you ready, Nicholas?
Sure. Shoot.
What goaltender had your number this year?
I'd say Ray Emery.
Who's the most difficult defenseman to play against this year?
Oh, Redden.
What's your email?
Next question.
Do you want my email?
Next question.
And Sidney Crosby left Nova Scotia at 8 a.m. and Don Cherry left Boston at 4 p.m. Are UFOs real?
I'm not good at math. Next question.
Who's your all-time hockey hero?
Steve Yzerman.
Is this shirt too tight on me?
Yes.
Best nightlife, Brampton, Toronto, or Mississauga?
Toronto.
If you could look at the body of any dead hockey player, who would it be and why?
Next question.
Can I touch you?
No.
I'm going to put my finger on your knee. You tell me if you're nervous or not. Then I'll raise it higher. When you say nervous, I'll stop. Okay, cool. When you die, will you will your flesh to me so I can make a suit of you and wear you around to feel what it's like to have such impressive power on the ice? That's time. You're off the hook. The puck stops here. This has been Next Question.
Coming up, an interview with children's author Robert Munsch.
Keep sending them in. You could hear your favorite Canadian artist singing your lyrics on an upcoming show.
If you've got children, you'll know who Robert Munsch is. We sent the Mom Show's Kelly Carpenter Dershowitz to catch up with him.
Hi, my name's Kelly from The Mom Show, and today we are with esteemed children's author, Mr. Robert Munsch.
Hello, Kelly. Hello.
Hi, oh my gosh, this is really happening. Oh my gosh, this is really happening. Now, I heard that you discovered your gift for storytelling when you were just trying to get a bunch of kids to be quiet during nap time. Now, was that because you were out of cough syrup, or how did that? You have sold over 30 million copies of your books, and that is more than any other Canadian author. And I just keep asking myself, where the heck is your Giller Prize? Margaret Atwood has like 1,000 of them. I'm Margaret Atwood. I have bad hair, so I must be smarter than you. Whatever. You wrote Aaron's Hair. You wrote Millicent in the Wind. And then you wrote Angela's Ashes. And that one was a little bit dark, and I was just happy with your pictures. Thomas's Snowsuit. I've got to confess something honest here. When I read that book, I wanted to like him, but I just kept thinking, Thomas should put on his snowsuit or go live with Daddy. I want to talk to you about I Love You Forever. It's just the most beautiful book that I have ever read, and I am your #1 fan. Like, not in a creepy misery way or anything. Your feet are fine, don't worry. But I just love that book so much.
Here's a funny thing. See, the book hits you right in the head. Pow!
It punches you in
And
the
it's like-
ovaries, really. It's amazing.
My books punch you in the ovaries.
I'm just going to freshen up.
Okay, yes.
And I'll be right back.
Okay,
I'm
yeah.
sorry.
All right.
Just
You can freshen up. All right.
Now, my second very favorite story that you ever wrote is a little gem called The Paper Bag Princess. For those of you who haven't read it, the gist of that one is that this girl finds out that her boyfriend is a shallow, judgy jerk, and then she leaves him just in the nick of time.
She says, Ronald, you are a bum. and they didn't get married after all.
No, I wish that was the same story with Joe and I.
Well, that's our show. On behalf of Jerry, Kathy, and Mark, I'm Princess Leia saying thanks again to everybody who donated to the UNICEF Dare to Wear costume campaign. And for anyone out there who didn't but wants to, there's still time. Just click on the logo on our website. Good night.